All right, it's Tuesday and weather's starting to get a little bit warmer. Well, I'm thrilled. I am not a fan of winter. But as things thaw out, if we get a bunch of rain and you have water issues, you may need to replace your sump pump in your basement or even get something that's portable to move water in your yard or, you know, something like that. So we have a variety of pumps here. We're going to talk about just basically we have a couple fountain pumps here on the end, and then we have a just a basic multi-use pump. We have one that's 12 volt and we have one that's 120 volts. So this would plug into like a battery and this would plug into an outlet. And then that's just moves water. And then on this side, we have just a multi-use pump as well that you would drop down into an area and it would go down to 1/8 of an inch of water. So a regular sump pump with a float doesn't have that ability. We also have another version of that as well that goes down to 1/8 of an inch. And we just recently sold a sump pump because somebody's having that issue right now. So that's what that empty space is. And then same thing with this next one down, this water bug. Same idea, that gets down to almost completely dry if you have standing water. And same thing, just hooks up to a garden hose, pumps water. And then another multi-use pump that's a little bit heavier duty. That's what that is, the next one down. And then we get over to your sump pumps. And these sump pumps have a float on the side. You can see the float right there on the side there. And basically, they would usually go down into like a sump hole in your basement. And you would connect like a drain hose, which we have down here, drain hose, or you could plumb it in with PVC pipe, drain pipe. So those are rated by how many gallons per hour or how many gallons per minute that they pump. So this is a completely plastic bottom one here, this 3rd horsepower. And then you move over to a little bit heavier duty version, and that one's a cast iron one. It's also a 3rd horsepower, but it does, it's built more rugged because it's cast iron. Then we go a little bit further down, we have a stainless steel one, and that one does 4,600 gallons per hour. Same idea, it's got a float on the side. The float pretty much goes up and down. And then you go down to the next section, which these are actually a sewer pump. So if you have a septic system and it has to get pumped uphill, that's what these are for. The next 3 down are sewer pumps. So a little bit more heavy duty pump. And then we go back to sump pumps again. These are a 1/2 horsepower sump pump. And that one's got a cast iron bottom as well. And then the very last one, yeah, it is a pedestal type. So the switch tends to be up a little bit higher, and you need a little bit more throw for the switch for the pedestal pumps. But some people have that same setup. And again, they're automatic when you have the float, so you can just leave it plugged in, good to go. And then we also have some accessories for sump pumps. So if you do plumb it in hard and you don't have, you know, a flexible supply line like that one down there, we have various check valves. So when you hook it in line to your sump pump, the water that flows up out of the pump doesn't get brought back down into the hole, and your pump is cycling more frequently. So that's the whole idea of having these check valves. We have different types, various types. This was pretty cool because you can actually see, you know, see it in there. So that was pretty cool. And yeah, so there's ones that clamp on, and then there's ones that glue in place for like your 2-inch, or well, this is 1.5 inches, for your 1.5 inch hard pipe. So yeah, just a friendly little reminder that we have those. I know it's that time of year, so hopefully you inspect yours, make sure it's working properly, and if there's issues or we get a lot of rain all at once, we got you covered. Nobody wants a flooded basement. So that should help get you out of a pickle. Thank you very much.